Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Hub back into the video today, and today the Houston Astros beat the Colorado Rockies 8-2, and I will not have a lot of time to do this video because pretty soon I have to go get the broom and sweep the floor because the Astros just got a sweep against the Colorado Rockies. Okay, that was a little cringe, I'm not going to lie. But I thought I'd try something like that just because of the fact that everything the Astros admin or on Twitter posts is absolutely terrible. So, yeah, but this was a great win for the Astros, 8-2. And look, the Astros they can't keep getting better news. Things are definitely heading in the right direction for this team. You get your first sweep of the season. Yes, it is a 2-game sweep. I honestly don't like to consider this a real sweep. It's a nice 2-game sweep. And I'm also not going to consider it too much to the fact that yes, we have not been a great team so far this year, but this was a team. We're playing a team that is worse than us. And I know the records are not very far from each other. Them being 7-21, we're 9-19. But let's be honest, we are a lot better than a 9-19 baseball team. The Astros have a lot of talent. They just have not been. There have been a lot of games so far this year they have not been a win. But I feel like this series very well might be able to help them turn the corner. They scored 20 runs in this series. They hit some big flies in this series. Hit 3 home runs today. They hit, I think it was 3 yesterday, 6 home runs in this series for the Astros. It's not surprising. In the altitude in Mexico City, that was going to happen. But this was the Mexico City series, and there were a lot of home runs last year's Mexico City series between the Padres and the Giants. I think there was 11 in the 2 games. So I think the Rockies only had 1 home run in the 2 games, so 7 total home runs in this series. Compared to 11 last year between the Giants and the Padres. But this is a great win for the Astros today. Tucker homered from back-to-back days. And, yeah, so let's go over this win. So 8-2 is the final score. Look, not only do the Astros get these 2 wins, but we've been waiting for it. We have been praying. When I go to bed at night, I pray for it. I pray. I say, God, can the Astros call up Joey Loperfido? It's happened. Joey Loperfido has been called up. He will be promoted and will be on the roster the start of the Cleveland series against the Cleveland Guardians on Tuesday. The Astros have the day off, coming back into the country on Monday today. So day off Monday. This is a nice stretch of off days for the Astros because after the series was over against the Cubs, they had that Friday off, and then they had Saturday and Sunday games. Now Monday off, and then they start the Cleveland series. Now you got to be grateful for two days off in the mix of what 4 days. You have to be grateful for those days off because the Astros will play their next 22 games, which will be a hard stretch. Well, there are some easy matchups, but we'll play their next 22 games without an off day. So these last 2 off days definitely take for granted because you will not see one for a while. You will not see one until the end of May. So, yeah, we could use those off days at the end of this month like the Astros just had. But, yeah, this was a great win for the Astros, and now Joey Loperfido is coming up. Things could not be better for this team right now. But hopefully they can carry this well hitting, the good hitting back home into Houston. All the home runs were over 400 feet, but of course they were going to be, in the altitude. Also, I think the home runs, the distance there was 410, so of course it was going to be over 400 feet. But 8-2 is the final score. 8 hits for the Astros, 7 for the Rockies, 0 errors in the ballgame. Win goes to Framber Valdez. He went 5 innings. First start back from the IL. He went 5. He gave up 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 6 strikeouts, 0 walks. Loss goes to Austin Gomber. He's 0-2. He pitched 7 innings, giving up 6 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, 0 walks. Scoring summary. So 2 runs for the Astros in the first. It's a Jordan Alvarez sac fly. It started off with a Jose Altuve bunt single, which then led to Bregman in that first inning, getting a ground out to get Altuve to second, and then Jordan would come up and get a sac fly. And then Tucker hits next at bat. Kyle Tucker hits a first inning home run to right center, 2-0. Second inning, the Rockies are able to tie the game with an RBI single and a sac fly, and it's 2-2. But the Astros, they dominate the rest of the way. Altuve hits a third inning home run to left, 438 feet. It's 3-2. He is the craziest stat line of the year. He has 7 home runs, which is number 1 on the team. That is amazing, and he's been fantastic for this baseball team. But then at the same time, he only has 9 RBIs. So he's first, or tied for first, in home runs, tied with Jordan Alvarez at 7 home runs. But then at RBIs, he's at 6th place on the team with 9. That's going to happen when you have, a poor, bottom order. When you're the leadoff hitter and you got guys behind you who are not going to be hitting the ball well. Altuve hasn't had a lot of. I mean, he has had some RBI opportunities, but unfortunately, he's not had a lot of chances to potentially knock in a lot of runs. But because Abreu's been one of those guys that's in the bottom of the order right before Altuve. Abreu at 8 today. Dubon, who's been good this season, really has been really good this year. Not gonna say he hasn't been. But Dubon at the same time has not been good when runners are not on. Dubon went 0 for 4 today. He did not have one single at-bat where there was a runner on base. But Dubon yesterday was fantastic. Dubon, in a pinch hit appearance, went 2 for 3, looked great, hit 2 RBIs, and in those 3 at-bats, 2 out of the 3 of them were with runners on base. Dubon is a different hitter for this team and is one of the best, or is the best hitter in runners and with runners on base or runners in scoring position for the Astros this season. But he is the worst one of the worst hitters on this team when there are runners not on scoring position. I think if you look outside of Jose Abreu, Dubon has probably been the Astros' worst hitter when there are not runners on base or in scoring position. But when there are, Dubon is deadly, and he's been deadly this year. I wish the Astros can get the same productive stuff from him as they get when Dubon is effective when he has runners on base. Because if you could get that from him, then he is one of the best hitters in this lineup. I mean, even though he's doing so poor right now with no runners on, he still has a 279 batting average this season. So Dubon's been great. It's not like he's been bad. He just has really only been good when there's runners on base. But Altuve had a really nice home run in that 3rd inning. But it's just crazy that he only has 9 RBIs with 7 homers. 4th inning, Jeremy Pena hits his 3rd home run of the season. To left center, 416 feet. It's 4-2. The 8th inning, the Astros going a little bit of a 4-inning run in the 8th. Bregman starts it off with an RBI single to center. Cartini scores. It's 5-2. Tucker with an RBI ground out. It's 6-2. And then Yanner Diaz with an RBI double to left. Pena and Bregman scored. It's 8-2. The Astros only had 2 hitters today with multiple hits. That was Altuve and Bregman. I don't think the Altuve, Bregman, Alvarez, Tucker 1 through 4 has been bad at all. Tucker's been hitting the ball well. He's hit a couple home runs at that 4 spot. He's done well. Jordan had a really good day yesterday at the 3 spot. Bregman has been hitting better. Altuve had a good day today. So, or yesterday. It's now yesterday. Today's Monday. I keep forgetting this game is yesterday, but. So I feel like the 1 through 4 hitters, since the change was made by Joe Espada, all guys have been playing a little bit better, I would say. Right now I think it's not a bad change. So 2 for 4 for Altuve, 2 for 4 for Bregman, a couple singles for Bregman. Of course, he had to do his traditional pop up in the 5th. Altuve went 2 for 4. He had an 8th inning walk. Even though Altuve did not have a hit yesterday, he did have 2 walks yesterday. He had that bunt single, and he had a home run. That was it for Altuve. And then Jeremy Pena was 1 for 3 with that home run. He had an 8th inning walk. That was it for him. Yainer Diaz had that 2 RBI double. That was his only hit. Victor Cartini, who started at catcher, giving Yainer Diaz the day off at the plate. That's well needed. I mean, like I said, 22 straight games without an off day going into this Cleveland series. You got to give him some, you got to give him some rest because he's going to need it coming up. But Cartini had an 8th inning hit by pitch. He had a 5th inning single to right. He scored a run. So not bad by Cartini. He's batting .294 this season. He's been good. And, in this series, the bullpen wasn't bad at all. The bullpen in this series went 4 innings today. They went 3 1/3 yesterday. So 7 1/3 of an inning in this series for the bullpen. And they only give up 2 runs. 0 runs today, 2 runs yesterday. Those were late runs, though, yesterday by Brandon Bielak. So I don't know, that doesn't really mean much to me, at least. But Montero pitched the 6th. Looked good. Didn't give up a hit. Didn't give up a run or a walk at all. It didn't give up anything. Ryan Abreu pitched the 7th. He looked really good. 2 strikeouts, 0 hits, 0 runs, 0 walks. Brian Presley pitched the 8th for the Astros. He did give up 1 hit, which wasn't great, but same time had 2 strikeouts, so that was really good for him. Josh Hader pitched the 9th, closed this game out for the Astros. Doesn't get the save, of course, 8-2 ball game, but he gives up 1 hit with 1 strikeout. So it was a productive day for this bullpen. In 4 innings, only gave up 2 hits, 0 runs, 0 walks, and 5 strikeouts for this bullpen. So liked what I saw from the bullpen today. Let me know your thoughts on the game in the comment section for the Astros, and peace out.